This campaign and me running to be a DC delegate to the Democratic National Convention has been a truly humbling experience. I think there's a lot of stories to be told about how we won, but it was really about organizing.
So you're Gregory Cendana?
Yes.
Yes. During the day, what do you do?
Yeah, so I currently serve as the Executive Director of the Asian Pacific American Labor Alliance, one of the constituency groups of the AFL-CIO.
Okay, and that's your day job, so your night job, I would say, is a delegate, is that what you would say?
One of the other hats I wear is just becoming a delegate for DC to the Democratic National Convention.
That's great, that's great. So what was your reaction when you first heard the news that you came in first?
You know, the first thing that came to me was organizing works, and when you engage people, your peers, and get them excited about a cause and a vision that you have, people respond, and they respond well. Yeah.
So the race was kind of contentious. It was a few controversial statements were made and a few other things that went on. But overall, how was the race? Is this your first time ever running for a position?
Well, I ran for student government, and I ran for a prior job to be the president of the U.S. Student Association. Mm-hmm. But this was the first local DC race that I ran in. I learned a lot, met a lot of great people, and I'm looking forward to figuring out how we could use this opportunity as a platform to discuss the numerous issues that impact various communities here in DC.
So you're very young. Are you the youngest person that's ever been a delegate? Do you know?
I don't know if I'm the youngest person. I'm the youngest person that was elected this go around.
Okay.
And I'm the first Filipino delegate for DC, and then the last Asian American delegate was in 2000. So. Some historic moments for our community.
And how old are you?
I'm 25.
25. Oh boy. Yeah. An early starter. Yeah. So you got the most votes, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
In our congressional district.
In your district.
Mm-hmm.
And you beat out a politician who is very, very well known here, very popular, Mr. Marion Barry. Mm-hmm. What did that signify? The fact that you're a newcomer and you got more votes than Marion Barry, although he will be a delegate too, he came in second place.
Right.
But what did that signify, do you think?
Well, I think, first I want to recognize all of the work that Marion Barry has done as a former mayor, as a DC council member, and also the opportunities I think that there are to be able to work with him on the importance of the different issues that I care about and that many people care about in the district. I know one thing in particular that has been asked of me, especially from folks in the LGBT community, the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community here in DC, was there's been a conversation around discussing marriage equality and putting that on the Democratic policy platform. Uh-huh. And so one thing that we've been talking about is how can we engage with Marion Barry and Jack Evans and other folks on pushing this issue at the convention.
Yeah, and that's going to be sort of like your platform, do you think? Or is that going to be part of your platform?
Yeah, I think it'll be a part of my platform. I think the reality is there's other issues impacting DC, right? So there's lack of jobs, and how about immigration policy? I mean, there's a wide range of issues that we want to look at and figure out how we're addressing, but definitely a part of it.
Yes. So where do you go from here? Because what is your goal as far as, are you wanting to get into politics, or are you wanting to, what is your goal?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of work to be done, and like I said, I want to be able to use this platform as an opportunity to share different issues. I think in the short term, our goal is to figure out how we're going to continue to engage the hundreds of people that supported the campaign for me to be a delegate. We want to host forums. We want to be able to continue to engage in other local campaigns and other local organizations. And then of course there's the convention. Beyond that, I think we're taking it day by day, but definitely trying to figure out how we could be able to really learn from and engage with the folks that help pave the way and help do a lot of work for DC and in the community here, but also how do we take that, take those lessons learned and take those understanding of different experiences and struggles, and how do we connect that with the new media and technology as well as I think a current political opportunity and fresh ideas and perspectives from new people and different people, and really harness that for the betterment of DC.
Yes. Now I was wondering, I've heard some comments about some of the younger candidates are saying that they would like some of the senior politicians to step aside so that a new generation can come into the fold. What are your feelings on that?
Like I said, I think that there's a lot of new energy and excitement. I don't know if necessarily stepping to the side is the right answer, but how are we finding more opportunities and ways for young people to be engaged and involved? And even though that might not necessarily be a DC council member right away or the mayor right away, how are we providing a pipeline and opportunities for them to be able to set young people up to actually succeed and actually eventually take on those roles and positions.
So I'm hearing you say that you want not necessarily for them to step aside, but to pass the baton so that other people can be waiting in the wings, I would say, so that when an opportunity comes up, they will be in that position. They'll be well seasoned, I suppose.
I think it's a mix. I think in some cases people might feel ready. I mean, one thing that people say is you are the leaders of tomorrow. You are the future of this. And in fact, a lot of people are leaders now in their communities and doing a lot of great work now. And so I like to say we're not only the future, but we're the present.
Exactly.
And so so that means a lot to different people. And so I think in some cases young people have taken it upon themselves and said, I am going to run. I want to challenge the incumbents that are in office right now. And that's not to say that the work that people have in those positions are necessarily not appreciated or respected, but it's to say that there's energy and excitement and willingness to be involved and to be engaged in this democracy. And so I think the more people that want to do that and the more people that have opportunities to do that, I think is great.
What were your dreams? This is a little personal. What were your dreams as a kid? Did it look anything like what you were doing right now?
No, this was actually a question that people checking like an icebreaker question that had in a meeting was when you're younger, what did you want to be when you grow up? And